Control of the inbounder. Fuller with it! Russo in space. Service in. Oh, and he scores! Line drive off the glove of Zamora. Parker comes home and so will love it. Georgia Southern walks it off. Eagle Nation, welcome back to another edition of the GATA Zone, your one-stop shop for a deeper look inside Georgia Southern athletics. I'm your host, Danny Wool of GATA Productions, and this edition we are here with head women's rifle coach Soren Butler as Georgia Southern women's rifle gets ready for the NCAA Qualifiers this weekend in Lexington, Kentucky. Coach, welcome back to the GATA Zone. Glad you're with us.
Thanks for having me.
The regular season officially comes to a close, coming off of the last match in Charleston, South Carolina, taking on UAB, the Citadel, and Navy. As now the regular season is over, Coach, how do you assess just the overall impact and growth of the team?
Yeah, we're pretty happy, obviously, with how things ended. I mean, objectively, from a score position, we really needed that score. And then also from just kind of an inner team confidence standpoint, I think the frustration had been building of just knowing what we're capable of for the whole year and just not seeing as often as we'd like. So to see it at the end of the season like that and back-to-back days was big all across the board.
It definitely paid off because before that last match in Charleston, South Carolina, the team won their 5th straight SoCon championship here at the Shooting Sports Center in Statesboro. It's your 4th straight, but just to see the impact that has been made in women's rifle at Georgia Southern, just what does it mean overall just to continue that dominance in the conference?
Yeah, it's a goal we had set for ourselves at the beginning of the year, and obviously just like winning a national championship or making NCAA is just the stepping stone to get to the ultimate goal. But obviously we want to be at the top of our conference every single year, and to have done it for 5 years now is really cool to be a part of. Really proud of the girls for doing that, and thankful to the SoCon for hosting a good championships again for us.
As you see, 24-3, the final record in the regular season, unbeaten in the SoCon. Junior Bremen Butler, a new single-season air rifle average, and Emmy Waller, just a sophomore, claiming the SoCon small bore and air rifle title. I mean, when you have this unique mix of young athletes and also veterans, when you just see the growth overall from the players on this team, how have you just seen the progression throughout their careers?
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty big watching them now, you know, when I first got here and having such a senior-heavy team and then bringing in what would be, I guess, now Bremen, Zara, and Emma's class, and watching them now be upperclassmen, and after this year will be seniors already. It's been pretty cool to follow their journey and be a part of that. And then same as our others, you know, we're kind of top-heavy now, where, you know, we have 3 juniors or upperclassmen, 2 sophomores, and 1 freshman. So next year we'll be almost completely senior-heavy. So watching that and seeing their progression, seeing them get better year in, year out, something we pride ourselves on is development. So really proud to be able to, you know, have been a part of that, but also just the work they've put in and the development they've had and the scores they've gotten because of that work has been really cool to see.
And continuing on that development piece, I mean, you see that growth when they come in as freshmen, now getting ready to be seniors as you get to be the head coach and see that growth and development. How do you just be able to check off the small wins and being able to continuously build and also win championships in the process?
Yeah, we're still kind of refining that ourselves, to be honest. You know, we want to take pride in the little things we do. The everyday process and the work is really kind of our culture, but we also have goals that require the big picture things too, and we're well on our way to getting those. So it's been really cool to see it start at the ground and build up to this now.
Well, the big picture is coming up after the break. Is when we come back on this edition of the GATA Zone, we'll preview the NCAA Qualifiers and what it means to compete for another NCAA championship. So keep it locked here on the GATA Zone.
Parker's Kitchen, we put our chicken tenders up against the competition and, well, you be the judge. Our huge tenders, or McCompetitor A, or Competitor Zax B, or Competitor Chick C. Our tenders are almost twice as big. They're fresh, never frozen, hand-breaded, and cooked to perfection. That makes them twice as crispy and juicy. Twice the size, twice the taste, and a better value. Come try our tenders yourself at Parker's Kitchen.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
The region's airport of choice is Savannah Hilton Head International. 11 airlines with unlimited options, over 30 nonstop destinations, over 60 daily departures, and we've been voted the #1 U.S. airport 6 years in a row. Savannah Hilton Head International. All you have to decide is where to next. SAV is proud to be the official airport of Georgia Southern. Visit flysav.com.
Welcome back to the GATA Zone. Danny Wall alongside head women's rifle coach Soren Butler. Coach, the regular season wrapped up this past weekend, but you jumped right back into it this weekend, getting ready for the NCAA Qualifiers, competing alongside Kentucky and Morehead State. What is the mental preparation to get ready for this qualifier and hopefully punch your ticket to another NCAA championships?
Yeah, I think same as what we've been doing. Obviously, we've put ourselves in a position 3 years in a row now to have a shot at making NCAAs, and this match is part of doing that, right? And so while it's ran just like a season match, it'll be us and one or sometimes it's one or two other teams. This time it'll be two. We really need to go in there and just do the things we've been doing all year round or all year long. Make sure we're shooting shots the way we want to and within our own process. And I think that's something our team's gotten better at this semester, as we've seen from consistency and just higher scores second semester.
Now, the fans at home may not know how the process goes because along with your qualifier with Kentucky and Morehead State, there are other qualifiers happening at the exact same time this weekend, and I believe the top 8 will advance to the championships in Columbus, Ohio. So how does that overall go for those who may not know and what it takes?
Yeah, so the kind of the short story is throughout the season, they take an average of your 3 highest scores, but only one at each location. So if your top 4 scores are at home, you only get to use one of them, and that is 50% of your qualification. The other 50% is whatever your score is at qualifiers. Everyone in the country, like you said, is going to shoot it this weekend, so we'll know on Sunday who the 8 teams are. And then for the individuals, in the past, we've had some individuals go when we haven't qualified as a team. The individuals are just the top individuals from the day of qualifiers.
Now, last season, the team was one of the 8 to advance and the first time in program history to reach the NCAA championship. So how do you take that experience from last year, applying it this season, knowing what to expect getting ready for the qualifier?
Yeah, I think just growth and maturity. I think, having never been there before, there's very much kind of a shell shock to it. And after going there, obviously you want to go back again, but it's kind of something of like, hey, we've been here before. We know what we need to do. We know we're capable of it. And so just that growth and maturity now coming into this year, we have almost everyone back and we'll hopefully have almost everyone back for next year too. And so just being able to take that seniority and that experience on that big stage into it is big for us.
Now, next year is going to be even more exciting because it was announced back in the fall that the 2027 NCAA Rifle Championships are going to be hosted in Statesboro at the Jack and Ruth Van Hill Convocation Center, home of Georgia Southern basketball. But just to have this championships in Statesboro, seeing the growth throughout Georgia Southern, what does it mean just for the program and for the university to be able to host the championships next year?
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously super grateful for the work the admin and the school has been putting in and backing us on it, all the people that are going to be helping out. And I think for the community, we've been super fortunate to be a part of Eagle Nation. And as our team's gotten better, seeing that support grow and just being able to bring that event to Statesboro. Obviously, we have an unreal facility at the SSEC, but to be able to have it in a place like the Hill where it's just room for a couple thousand people to attend is going to be huge. And I think it'd be a great event for the community to come out to.
Final question for you, Coach. You talk about that support from the community. Well, you've gotten a lot of support for Georgia Southern Rifle through the 10X Club, and Only for Southern is coming up in March, but just tell everyone just what it means and what the 10X Club is able to do for the program and how people can go out and support.
Yeah, I mean, not stretching the truth here when I say the 10X Club has been the lifeline of our program and one of the major catalysts for our development. We're really well supported by our school and administration, but to be able to keep up with schools in the Power 4 conferences and the teams we're still chasing, that has been the difference maker for us. And being able to put that money towards scholarships is one of our big driving factors right now.
Well, Coach, Eagle Nation is excited, looking forward to see how the team fares this weekend at the qualifiers alongside Kentucky and Morehead State. Best of luck in Lexington.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Coming up after the break, our own Sky Taylor catches up with junior Bremen Butler here on the GATA Zone.
Medium 2-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. Let's see how that compares to some other options that are about $6.99. $6.99? $6.99. $6.99? $6.99. Yeah. Order any 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for just $6.99 each, only at Domino's.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough.
This is Paul Newman, owner and broker of Statesboro Real Estate. I have been in the business over 20 years and completed well over 1,000 transactions, helping buyers, sellers, and investors navigate the home buying process. One of the things that sets us apart is our tie to the university. I'm the official real estate agent of Georgia Southern Athletics. With our team of experienced brokers and agents and our online presence, we can help you navigate any deal. Along with Statesboro Real Estate, I'm the co-owner of PMG Rentals, where we manage over 1,300 properties, improving the lives of investors and tenants since 2009. Whether you're looking to rent, buy, or sell, make sure you call Paul.
Welcome back to the GATA Zone. I'm Sky Taylor, and I'm here with Bremen Butler for Women's Rifle. Bremen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, as you look back on your season, you had an amazing season, but when you look back from start to finish, what is one thing that you're the most proud of?
I think I'm really proud of just setting the goals and working towards the ones that I set. Like, one thing this year that I really wanted to work on was deciding, like, hey, I know what I can shoot, so I'm just going to do that and deal with those expectations and how to perform the way that I want when I want to do it, and just go out and do it, I guess.
Georgia Southern captured its 5th straight SoCon title. When you look back on that, how is this team just so consistently dominant?
I'm really proud of all of my teammates. Every single person comes in every day. They do such hard work on the line, off the line. We are so driven and so unified, so it's really, really rewarding when we go to a conference championships and we're able to just do what we do and do it together as a team and have a great time.
Well, you mentioned your teammates. In a sport like rifle, how strong does that bond have to be with you and your teammates?
I think it's really interesting in a individual team sport because obviously when you're on the line, it's just you, and we have baffles in our range, so we can't even see our teammates. But that unity, that when I'm on the line, I know every person there is also doing the most that they can. They're not giving up. They're doing everything in their shot. And it really just drives you to keep going and keep pushing and support your teammates the way they know they're supporting you. And you go into the team room and you either all have support for a good match or you all have sympathy for a bad match, and we're all just there together, doing it together, working hard together.
As you head to the NCAA Qualifier in Lexington, what does that preparation kind of look like for you and this team?
I'm going to echo what my coach talked about, but it's really just doing what we did all season. And so it's the same thing, that every match is the same thing, every shot's the same shot. And so just going out and taking it the way that you need to and doing what you practice the way you practiced and figuring out how to make it enjoyable and have a great time doing what you do.
Okay, I got a tough one for you here. If you had to pick one favorite memory from this season, what would it be and why?
Oh my gosh, and there's a timer on this? Okay, we actually talked about this on the road on the way back from the Citadel this past weekend, that we went to Colorado for a travel match, and it was so fun to be up there. We had a great time. We took walks in the mountains. We went to the mountains up there. And then we just hung out in one of our assistant coaches' places that she has up there and just had a great time bonding as a team. It felt like a Christmas or Thanksgiving vibe that we were all there just hanging out on the floor, you know.
Well, Bremen, that sounds amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today, and good luck in Lexington.
Thank you so much.
Well, for Bremen Butler, I'm Sky Taylor, and a special thank you to Women's Rifle head coach Soren Butler and Danny Waugh. Thank you for tuning into this week's GATA Zone.